We all experience emotional pain. It is the friction that helps us learn and grow, but trauma operates through a different mechanism. It is a biological survival system triggered when the brain perceives an inescapable threat. For an event to cross the line from painful to traumatic, it must meet three specific criteria. The individual must perceive the experience as intensely negative, entirely uncontrollable, and it must occur suddenly. We often associate these three pillars with the battlefield, but as these destroyed residential buildings suggest, everyday environments can become sites of sudden, uncontrollable devastation. Car accidents, medical emergencies, or severe interpersonal violations can all trigger this biological threshold. When these three pillars align, the brain realizes it cannot process the event through its normal channels. It shifts the entire nervous system into a primal emergency mode. The challenge arises after the danger ends. Long after the event has passed, a survivor's body can remain locked in that past survival state. Their nervous system reacts to minor, daily stressors as if the original threat has returned. These reactions represent a biological alarm system, one that successfully kept the survivor alive, but now struggles to turn off. To understand why that alarm stays on, we look at the window of tolerance. This is the optimal physiological zone where a person can comfortably handle stress, process emotions, and function effectively. Deep in the brain, the amygdala acts as a smoke detector, constantly scanning for danger and firing warnings that test the boundaries of this optimal zone. This map shows the relationship between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex acts as a rational watchtower, keeping the smoke detector's warnings in check. But trauma disrupts this loop. The smoke detector becomes hypersensitive, while the watchtower loses its ability to regulate. Because the watchtower can no longer regulate the smoke detector, the survivor's window of tolerance shrinks. It now takes very little stress to push them out of their optimal zone. When a minor trigger pushes a survivor up and out of their window, they enter a state of hyperarousal. This is the fight or flight response in action. The body floods with stress hormones, the heart races, and the survivor experiences rage, panic, or hypervigilance, perceiving a past threat as a present reality. Conversely, a trigger can push a survivor below the lower boundary of their window into hypoarousal. This serves as the body's ultimate defense. When fighting or fleeing is impossible, the mammalian nervous system freezes, shutting down to conserve energy and mitigate pain. Hypoarousal brings profound emotional numbness and dissociation. A survivor might feel spacey, disconnected from their surroundings, or describe a sensation of being dead inside. Whether the response is a spike in rage or a total shutdown, the survivor is not consciously choosing to overreact. A hijacked nervous system is making that choice for them. Knowing the rational watchtower is offline raises a question. Why can't survivors simply talk their way through the trauma to resolve it? During a traumatic response, the rational sectors of the brain struggle to function. This deactivation includes Broca's area, the region responsible for translating experience into speech. Because words fail, the traumatic memory is not stored as a coherent narrative. Instead, it exists as fragmented physical traces, isolated images, sounds, and bodily sensations. True healing requires limbic system therapy. This approach bypasses logical conversation, working directly with the physical body, retraining it to feel safe in the present. This involves actionable, body-based therapies, self-regulating the nervous system through intentional movement, deep breathwork, and establishing safe social connections. These physical therapies focus on gradually stretching and widening the window of tolerance, restoring a healthy capacity to handle the daily friction of life. Trauma responses are biological adaptations that kept a person alive. With time and tools, the body can